Good morning, student. This is Latif, sir. Today I'll discuss about covalent bond or molecular bond. In the previous video, I discussed about ionic or electrovalent bond. Today I am going to discuss about covalent or molecular bond. I have told that bonds are formed between two or more atoms by either by sharing of electrons or by transfer of electrons from one atom to another. And I have also told that in the previous video, ionic bonds are formed by transferring electron from one component to another component, that is from one atom to another. But covalent bond is formed by mutual sharing of electron, mutual sharing of one or more electron pair of electrons. In case of covalent bond formation, no transfer of electrons. Here, in case of covalent bond formation, mutual sharing of one or more electrons occurs. Thus, the chemical bond which is formed between two combining atoms by mutual sharing of one or more pair of electrons is called covalent or molecular bond. And the compound formed due to this bond is called covalent compound. Thus, the molecule formed due to the sharing of electrons. Sharing of electron means covalent bond. Sharing of electron pairs, one or more electron pairs, that is covalent bond. The molecule formed due to the sharing of electrons is called covalent molecule. In the previous video, I have told that ionic bonds are formed between metals and non-metals. And you know that metals generally have valence electron 1, 2 or 3, and non-metals have generally electrons 5, 6, 7, like this. And when non-metals combine with metals, they form ionic bond, while the atoms of non-metals usually have 5, 6 or 7 electrons in their outermost shell, except carbon which has 4 electron and hydrogen has 1 electron. The atoms of such element, that is the atoms of non-metals, do not favor the loss of its electron due to energy consideration, and thus the transfer of electrons is not possible among non-metals. Therefore, metal atoms can complete their octet only by mutual sharing one or more pair of electrons. And each atom contribute equal number of electrons in the electron pair. Okay. So when a non-metal combines with another non-metals, when a non-metals combine with another non-metal to attain stable electronic configuration, that is 8 electron in valence shell, the sharing of electrons takes place between the non-metal atoms, and therefore a covalent bond is formed. So main conclusion is that covalent bonds are formed between non-metals, between atoms of non-metals, because non-metals have generally 5, 6 and 7 electrons. And when non-metals combine to each other, they form covalent bond by mutual sharing of one or more electron pairs. For example, hydrogen is a non-metal and chlorine also is a non-metal. But when hydrogen combine with chlorine, or hydrogen combines with chlorine to form hydrogen chloride, that is HCl, the sharing of electron takes place between hydrogen and chlorine atoms and a covalent bond is formed. So in case of a hydrogen chloride molecule formation, one uh, uh, hydrogen and chlorine, both the combining atoms share one electron, and therefore they form a electron pair, and thus the bond formed between a hydrogen atom and chlorine atom is covalent in nature. It should be noted that a covalent bond can also be formed between two atoms of same nonmetals. Generally, covalent bond is formed between nonmetals. It may be the nonmetals may be same type or different type. Okay. For example, two chlorine atom combine together to form a chlorine molecule, that is Cl2 molecule, by sharing of electron. Now, covalent bond types of covalent bond. Covalent bonds are three types: single covalent bond, double covalent bond, and triple covalent bond. A single covalent bond is formed by the sharing of one pair of electrons. One pair of electron means two electron. Okay. Two electron means one pair of electrons. So a single covalent bond is formed by the sharing of one pair of electrons between atoms, and each atom contributing one electron. So when single covalent bond is formed between two atoms, each atom share one electron to form one pair of electron. And a single covalent bond is represented by putting a short line. You can see it is given in the bracket. Single covalent bond is denoted by putting a short line between the two atoms. For example, hydrogen molecule. In hydrogen molecule, there is a single covalent bond between two hydrogen atom, and you can you can show the single covalent bond present in a hydrogen molecule, such as H. You have to give a short line between two hydrogen atom, okay, which is a single covalent bond. Similarly, in case of molecule of chlorine, hydrogen chloride, ammonia, water, methane, carbon tetrachloride, in this compound, the bonds present are single covalent bond. You can see the covalent bond present in chlorine molecule. All the structure are given. The single covalent bond in chlorine atom, single covalent bond in a hydrogen chloride molecule. The first one is single covalent bond in chlorine molecule. Second example is single covalent bond in hydrogen chloride. Similarly, in water you can see there are two single covalent bond between oxygen and each hydrogen. In case of ammonia molecule, you can see there are three single covalent bond between nitrogen and each hydrogen. In methane, you can see total four single covalent bond between carbon and each hydrogen. Okay. Now, second type of covalent bond is double covalent bond. A double covalent bond is formed by sharing of two pairs of electron between two atoms. One pair of electron means two electrons, so two pair of electron means four electrons. So when a double covalent bond is formed between two combining atom by sharing of two pairs of electron, each atom have to share two electron to form two pair of electron. A double covalent bond or double bond is actually combination of two single bond. So it is represented by putting two short line. You can see it is given in the bracket, two short line. It looks like equal to. Okay. So a double bond is represented by putting two short line between the two atoms, combining atoms. For example, oxygen molecule O2 molecule contains a double covalent bond between two oxygen atom, and it can be written as O double bond O. Okay, and the last type of covalent bond is triple covalent bond. A triple covalent bond is combination of three single bonds. So it is represented by putting three short line. See, a triple covalent bond is a combination of three single bonds. So it is represented by putting three short lines. That is, you can see it is given in the bracket between the two combining atoms. Generally, a triple covalent bond is formed by sharing of three pairs of electrons. That is, pairs of electrons, that is 6 electrons. One pair of electron means 2 electrons, so three pairs of electron means 6 electrons. So when triple covalent bond is formed between two combining atom by sharing three pairs of electron, each atom have to share 3 electrons. In nitrogen molecule, that is nitrogen molecule means N2, which contain a triple covalent bond or triple bond. So you can write the formula, you can show the triple covalent bond present in nitrogen molecule like this: N triple bond N. So the triple covalent bond present in a nitrogen molecule is written as N triple bond N. So in hydrogen molecule, in HCl molecule, in water molecule, in ammonia molecule, in methane molecule, in carbon chloride molecule, all the bonds are single covalent bond. In oxygen molecule, the covalent bonds is double covalent bond or double bond. In nitrogen molecule, the bond present is triple covalent bond. There are some other molecules have a combination of single bonds as well as double bond or triple bonds. There are some example of compounds in which you can see single bond, triple bond, and or double bond also present. For example, in ethene means C2H4, ethene molecule, that is C2H4 molecule, which has one double bond between two carbon atom and four single covalent bond between the two carbon and four hydrogen atoms. So ethylene molecule contains one double bond between two carbon atoms and four single bond. Similarly, ethine formula is C2H2. Ethine formula is C2H2, which contain one triple covalent bond and two single covalent bond. Structure given here, you can see the structure of ethine, that is formula is C2H2 and structure is H single bond C triple bond C single bond H. It is the structure of ethine which contain one triple bond and two single covalent bond. Now the term covalency. What is covalency? Covalency of an atom is the number of its electron taking part in the formation of shared pairs. I have told that when covalent bonds are formed, in first electron pair are formed between the two combining atom by sharing of electrons. So the covalency of an atom is the number of its electrons taking part in the formation of shared pair. Thus the covalency of hydrogen is 1. Covalency of oxygen is 2 because oxygen share 2 electron to form oxygen molecule. And covalency of nitrogen is 3 because when nitrogen molecule is formed, each nitrogen atom shares 3 electrons. Similarly, covalency of carbon is 4. Now, nonpolar and polar covalent compound. Covalent compounds are nonpolar when the shared pair of electrons are equally distributed between the two atoms. Covalent compounds are nonpolar, that is, no charge separation takes place. Nonpolar means no charge separation takes place between the two combining atom, between the two atom forming the covalent bond. So covalent compounds are non-polar when the shared pair of electrons are equally distributed between the two atoms. Generally, nonpolar covalent molecules are those in which both the combining atom or both the atoms forming the covalent bond are similar. That is, hydrogen molecule, oxygen molecule, Cl2 molecule, that is chlorine molecule, nitrogen molecule. These are non-polar covalent bond, because this covalent bond in this cases covalent bonds are formed between same type of non metals. Okay, in hydrogen molecule both the atoms are hydrogen atom. In chlorine molecule both the atoms are chlorine atom. Okay. So when covalent bond is formed between similar atoms, then the covalent bond is non-polar non-polar covalent bond, or the compound is non-polar covalent compound. But the covalent compound are said to be polar when the shared pair of electrons are not at equal distance between the two atoms. Covalent compounds are said to be polar when the shared pair of electrons are not at equal distance between the two atoms. And non-polar covalent polar covalent compounds are formed when the atoms forming the covalent bonds are different, when the non-metals forming the covalent bond are different. For example, water is a polar covalent compound, because in water there you can see one single covalent bond is formed between oxygen and hydrogen. There are total two single covalent bond between oxygen and hydrogen in water, and you know that water is electronegative element. That's why water attracts the electrons, uh, shared paired electrons towards itself. So uh, so there will be a charge separation between the hydrogen atom and oxygen atom in water. So water is a polar covalent compound. Similarly, ammonia is a polar covalent compound. HCl, hydrogen chloride, is also a polar covalent compound, because there is a charge separation. Huh. So covalent bond is formed when both atoms have 4 or more than 4 electrons in their outermost shell. Except hydrogen has 1 electron in the outermost shell, but hydrogen can combine with all non-metals of group 6, group 4s, 4a to 6a, 7a, with the help of covalent bond. Now one note is given: as we move across a period in the modern periodic table, the electrovalent character or ionic character of chloride, oxide, etc. decreases. That is, as we move across a period, that is from left to right in the modern periodic table, the electrovalent character or ionic character of chlorides or oxide of metal decreases. Here in the table you can see salt, example, salt of chloride salt and oxide salt of group period 3, period third period elements are given. In that box you can see the chloride salts and oxide salt of third period given, And you can see as we move from left, first see the chloride salt of group chloride salts of period 3 element in the modern periodic table, that is NaCl, MgCl2, AlCl3, SiCl4, PCl5 or PCl3, S2Cl2. These are chloride salt of third period elements. And see the bonding nature in case of NaCl, which is ionic bonding or ionic solid. NaCl is ionic solid, that is bonding in NaCl is ionic bonding. MgCl2 also ionic solid, but AlCl3 is partially ionic and partially covalent solid. And as we move across from left to right, you will see that ionic character decreases and covalent character increases. LCl3 is partially covalent and partially ionic, but SiCl4 is a covalent compound. PCl5, PCl3 covalent compound or covalent solid or liquid, and S2Cl2 is covalent liquid. So left to right, covalent character of chloride salt of period 3 elements, ionic character decreases from left to right, that is across a period, and covalent character increases from left to right. Now nature of oxide, you can it is similar. So left in case of oxide of third period element, that is Na2O, MgO, aluminum oxide, Al2O3, SiO2, P2O5, SO2, SO3, Cl2O7. So you can see here that Na2O is ionic solid, MgO is also ionic solid, Al2O3 is ionic solid, but SiO2 is covalent solid, P2O5 covalent solid, SO2, SO3 these are covalent solid, and Cl2O7 that is covalent gas. SO2, SO3 covalent gas or solid, P2O5 covalent solid. So main thing is that from left to right across the period, in the modern periodic table, the bond ionic character decreases and covalent character increases. Okay, thank you.